Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Risk of Rain 2. And, you know, I was talking about doing it last time, so let's actually go ahead and do it. Just a normal difficulty Hunter's run. And again, our goal is to make it to the Void and beyond. I don't know, maybe we're gonna technically stay in the Void, but you know. I mean, I guess, sure. I'm still not sure if this is technically mostly a downgrade from regular tougher times. I don't know, I feel like at a certain... it's tough. I feel like it's actually kind of worse most of the time. But we'll see. If I can stack it a bunch of times, I'm gonna try to do so. We'll see how short that internal cooldown becomes. What was that? Oh, a lunar coin, of course. What else would it be? God, I have not played this character in a while. It shows I'm meant to do this. Right, it's your R ability, of course. Makes perfect sense in hindsight. It's kind of a long cooldown. I mean, I guess it's pretty powerful early on. Before you stop stop using it entirely. Okay, what am I doing up here? There is no item to be grabbed. I want the coin though. Okay, I'm surprised how well you can run on this sheer cliff. Does certainly not look like you should be able to do that. Okay. Do I grab some extra health? Actually, hold on. 15 seconds by default until the shield comes back. Come on. You know you want to. Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, you can do that kind of thing, of course. Have an absolute guaranteed protection against damage every now and then. The problem is the now and then, right? But yeah, we'll see. I have not really had a chance to play around with it much. So we'll see how that plays out. Sticky bombs? I do like sticky bombs. I also like boss damage. I don't know, I guess sticky bombs might be more useful, all things considered. I could... you know, let's actually get some movement speed. Hard to say no to that early on. Of course, some actual on-hit effects would be nice. Well, there's more damage absorption. Kind of a fun idea just to stack a bunch of those bubbles. I mean, more movement speed it is. And, well, we have some boss damage, so that's nice. I was gonna say we don't have a ton of extra damage quite yet. In fact, we only have that. Oh boy. There's... I was just browsing my run statistics as well, just before starting this recording. Just because I hadn't actually done so in a while, and you know, it's always fun. Basically, oh god, yeah, this is... What? Was I punched by the beetle? No, I was killed by the Titan. Well, I suppose I might have been punched by the beetle. That's unfortunate. That's extremely unfortunate. You know, I should probably just start the video over, but I guess at this point it hardly matters. So I can just, you know, continue talking about what I was going to talk about, which was run statistics. Right, so I basically just wanted to see how many times I had played Void Fiend, and it really was just 4 times total. So that's kind of wild. I guess I had played it once on camera, then once off camera. Just, I don't know, doing something. Then I did the command run, where I actually won, or, you know, obliterated. to unlock the skin. And then I did the second one on cam. That's it. So yeah, and meanwhile I have actually apparently played the Railgunner 33 times. Most of those, I'm pretty sure, were extremely short. I was just messing around and trying a few things, and yeah, I definitely tried playing with Sacrifice on a couple of times, Sacrifice and Command, even thinking that that might give me more items, but it's just so inconsistent, and it did not work out. I lost a lot of runs very early that way, just trying to, you know, trying risky things, and well, playing on Monsoon, of course, so yeah, that alone is a risky thing. Anyway, what was I trying to get at? Oh yeah, and right, the enemy that has killed me the most by quite a margin is actually Stone Titan. So I guess all of those times where I get him as a stage 1 boss, it's just, you know, it can be extremely rough, of course. If you have little in terms of movement abilities and, well, and damage and, you know, all those things that you're typically lacking on stage 1. He can be extremely lethal, yeah, sure. Though, I mean, he's pretty tanky. The eye laser is, you know, very hard to avoid, unless you're playing it extremely carefully. In fact, it's basically impossible to avoid unless you specifically take cover and thus prolong things. And I find the stupid, you know, ground fist attack particularly annoying, because not only does it deal a ton of damage, throws you into the air, and then causes you to usually also take a bunch of fall damage in addition to the initial hit. In fact, I wonder if most of the time I have not been killed by the fall, and whether that would actually count towards kills by the Stone Titan if he knocked you into the air first. Not sure how that works. Okay, getting unlucky here. But yeah, I also find those surprisingly hard to avoid, even though it's very well telegraphed, but there is not a ton of time to dodge, even when you do see the circles on the ground. Also, you know, it's just depending on how much is going on. It can be extremely hard to just dodge them, even when you do see them, just to get away in time. And then, in addition to that, I find it's also... I've definitely seen myself plenty of times, very many times, moving out of the circle, seemingly, standing outside of the red indicated area on the ground, and still getting hit by the fist, just outside of what seemed like the radius. Oh wow, this is the perfect synergy item for hunters, of course. We want to be sprinting almost all the time. In fact, I need to kind of get used to you know, being able to attack while sprinting. It's been so long. It's no longer my second nature. Let's go for it. We got actually quite a few items here. Okay, that's not great having those. Oof. I mean, they're not elites or anything, so I guess it could be a lot worse. But it's definitely unusual to see this kind of enemy horde as your stage 1 boss. Oh, okay. Finally got the some burning damage going there. I like it. In fact, oh, I did blow it up, so I did get the gasoline going. Okay. And boss is dead. Got a squid turret. Not amazing. Interesting place to die there, Mr. Golem. Okay, almost done here. Let's see. The shop down there. Shop down that way. Could you not? And rip. Well, Wanted to take one more look over here, but there's not a ton to interact with, I think. But we'll definitely go for that shop. Guess I'm gonna go for random. Okay, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Amazing. The cave is actually open. There's another shop up there. Can grab some free money here. Don't mind if I do. What do we have up there? I don't know. Can't tell. A steak. More movement speed. No, that's not what it is at all. Oh, backup mag. It's kind of nice on this character. Having a bunch of glaives to throw. Definitely way more useful than on some other characters. Cuff, railgunner, cuff. Oh, nice, and we wasted that potion. Yeah, I mean, it'll just happen. It's so unfortunate that, yeah, I don't know. That's just why you'll never pick those items over anything else, I guess. When you get them for free, I suppose. It's no big loss. Gubo Jr. Create a clone of you for 30 seconds. You know, I've never seen that item until now, but I have seen the effect happening, because there is a fun new tier 3 item. I'm using fun, you know, in quotation marks here. I mean, it is fun, but it is also the definition of chaos, and it's literally, I think it's called bottled chaos, and it's an interesting one for sure. I picked it during one of the command runs just because I didn't recognize what it was, and indeed it wasn't something I had ever seen before. Oh, we can't afford this just now, just barely. Perfect. Didn't even realize we got some more money somehow. Huh. Oh, wait. I mean, I really don't need to stick around more. Technically, if there is something more to buy, I could sacrifice some more blood to probably be able to afford it, but, you know, I think I'm just gonna... Oh, there's a chance right. Yeah, I'm doing it. Screw it. So yeah, anyway, I got that that bottled chaos via command because I didn't recognize the icon. And what it does is, whenever you activate your equipment, you also trigger a second random equipment effect, like from any other equipment. And the thing is, on that run, I had already previously picked 2 of those lunar items that automatically fire your equipment on cooldown, and also reducing the cooldown. So my equipment was going off, you know, every couple of seconds, you know, coupled with a few fuel cells as well to further reduce the cooldown. And so my main equipment, I don't even know what it was. I think missiles, perhaps, or something like that. You know, just some fire and forget, automatically deal extra damage kind of deal. And then, you know, every couple of seconds, in addition to that, also some other effect triggered. And when I picked that up and read the effect of that flask or bottle or whatever for the first time, I thought, oh god, could this potentially be really bad? I mean, I guess it would never be that bad in a scenario where you are in control of using or not using your equipment, right? So you could make sure that you're in a situation where it's not gonna screw you. But in a situation where, in the one specific situation where your equipment is just going off automatically every now and then, could it possibly be bad? Is there some equipment that you would not want to trigger? And I suppose there is the chrysalid, right? Or chrysalis, or whatever it's called, which I find kind of, I don't know, off-throwing, I guess, and unintuitive to use, the one that allows you to fly, which technically is a good thing, but yeah, I don't know, I find it awkward to use. And I can see that triggering suddenly could kind of, you know, throw you off for a moment. But I suppose it would also not just, it would cause you to fly instead of jumping. Obviously, the other way around would be much worse. So, honestly, I did not actually notice that effect ever happening. Maybe I just got lucky, although it seems unlikely. It must have triggered 100 times over the course of that run. So it probably was in there at some point, at some times, and I just didn't notice when it happened. So yeah, because it turns out that I didn't actually find any, didn't notice any effects triggering that would really interrupt my gameplay much. But to get back to the start of this little anecdote, I did occasionally see like a shadowy clone of myself just standing there and just appearing and doing things, I guess attacking enemies. But yeah, this is the first time I actually see the equipment that does that. It's supposed to normally do that. Of course, I've yet to actually use it. I'll wait until I see a couple of enemies, maybe a stronger enemy, and spawn one. I don't know what the cooldown is. There's the Void Seed. Also, it's painfully obvious, one of those things that is painfully obvious when you actually get a chance to look at it while not recording and talking. So I have expressed confusion about how exactly those work and what you're even supposed to do with them, and when the game clearly tells you, wait, what? There are two void seeds apparently. I only noticed that fact. Yeah, I mean, okay, you can even clearly see the two bubbles there. That's interesting. I've had many long runs with no void seeds at all, and now I actually get two at the same time, which is kind of wild that can even happen. But yeah, anyway, so the game just very explicitly tells you that there is a void seed and what you have to do. Very straightforward. It's just kill X number of enemies, which can be inside or outside the actual void seed. This is a kind of unfortunate situation here. Oh god. There. Spawn my void clone. Oof. Not a fan of this. Is she doing anything? Is she even still around? Oh, Gummy Huntress. Gummy, right. I guess she's there. She's just jumping around a lot. And nope, I thought she just exploded there, but I guess she didn't. Huh, I don't know, she's definitely still around and doing stuff. It's nice. So yeah, the game tells you the remaining number of enemies to deal with, and even gives you a little indicator, which I had noticed before. There's a tiny little purple dot indicating remaining enemies to be defeated. Oh, also, it's interesting that I thought it was there were 7 enemies per void seed, but apparently they're both gonna disappear at the same time. Huh. It's even more interesting. I also wonder, this must be a super rare occurrence, right? To actually have these two void seeds overlapping, not only two on the same stage, but also overlapping. I wonder if the void damage actually stacks when you're inside both at the same time. It seems to get even darker. Maybe not, actually. Also, I don't think I'm actually taking a ton of extra damage at all while in here. Oh, I'm still inside the second bubble. Yeah, this is... I'm actually taking a lot of damage, though. Woo! Whoa, what? What happened? Why did I thought I was going to teleport and land on the bridge, but then I ended up somewhere else entirely. What the heck? Also, I did not actually manage to kill any of those void enemies. I don't... It's just a kind of an awkward place to deal with that. Oh, okay. Because you can't really be... Well, I mean, I suppose the corners are just barely outside of the bubbles. But yeah, it's kind of tough. Not being able to really have a safe area to approach those bubbles from. And obviously staying inside one of those, that's not good. Staying inside one of those bubbles for any extended period of time is not a good idea. Can you please target that enemy? Oh. That's Huntress for you. The auto-aiming is super convenient, obviously, but it can also mean that when in a rare situation like that, the auto aim does not work, you can't attack at all. I guess it's a small price to pay, all things considered. Brooches are nice. You know, what I also don't know is whether you have to deal with the Void Seed at all in order to complete the stage. I mean, it's listed with the main objectives, I suppose, or with the objectives, period. But, my guess would be that you actually don't have to deal with them. Yeah, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, now, where actually are these remaining enemies? I'm gonna do some hit and run maneuvers here. I really thought I finished off one of the relevant enemies. Maybe not. Come on. Yep, still 4 remaining. And so much for the indicator. Maybe that's only once there's less than 4 enemies left. I don't know, maybe 1 or 2. Just to point you in the direction of the last remaining ones to get, because they obviously can be kind of difficult to spot. Okay, the barnacle had not actually died. Can you die? I don't even see the health bar. Spawn the thing, by which I mean my clone, and get the heck out. Holy crap. Okay, 2 months remaining. Obviously whatever I did there did something. Allowed me to make some progress. Oh, okay, yeah, and at this point you actually do see the indicator dots there. A little subtle, but they're there. Okay, 1 remaining. Not taking any more risks though. That was a little bit too close there. Just now. No need to take that kind of risk. It's somewhere in this direction. These things are so tanky. Please die. Okay. Whew. Yeah, the benefit, I suppose, is just that the area is cleansed. But, you know, more often than not, there is not really anything... Oh, you know what? I also did not realize at all that the actual teleporter was inside here. But that's obviously not guaranteed at all. In fact, I've never seen that before. So, you know, in this scenario, of course, it was kind of necessary to cleanse the void. At least one of the void thingies. Void seeds. Before... activating the teleporter, because, you know, otherwise it would just not have been very feasible. But, yeah, normally I think you don't technically have to deal with the Void Seed. Oof, get out of here. Wow, you teleport so far! Sometimes. Well... there is a jump pad here, okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. That teleported me so much further than I expected. Maybe because of some... I don't know. Movement speed. Some temporarily increased movement speed or something that... yeah, I don't know. Not really sure. Get more bubbles. Balls, whatever. Yeah. And the boss is dead. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, anyway, yeah, I don't know. I might be wrong, and maybe you do have to cleanse the void seeds before you can even activate the teleporter, even if they're not, if it does not happen to be inside one of the spheres. But yeah, normally isn't. This was the first time I've seen that be the case. And yeah. How did I start the sentence? I don't know. Yeah, sure, I'll take corrupted keys. Why not? Why the heck not? I mean, honestly, those seem like a straight upgrade. I don't really see how that how that's in any way worse than the regular keys. Oh wait, never mind. They changed how the keys work. So basically, the corrupted version, I completely forgot about that. So the corrupted version is actually kind of reverting them to how they used before, how they used to work before, right? So the first iteration, actually, wait, what is this? Cleansing pool. I don't have a lunar item. Oh. Yeah, you see these so rarely that I didn't even recognize what it was at first, or I wasn't sure. I've never seen this before. An extra charge of your... Add an extra charge to your special skill. Corrupts all fuel cells. Oh. You know? An extra charge of my rain? I mean, sure, I guess. But I think I would absolutely prefer more, you know, the normal fuel cell functionality. I think this is not going to be great in most cases. I mean, for this character, I suppose the special skill is a damaging skill, so that's nice. For other characters, it's much more situational, so... I mean, I don't know. I suppose for Captain, it's the supply drop, right? Huh. I suppose it could be huge, depending on the specific character in question. So yeah, that's definitely an interesting one. That can be a very drastic change to how the character plays. But yeah, back to the key. So, you know, it used to be that the keys were used up, right? There would be a rusted lockbox per stage, and the key would just allow you to open it, get whatever item was inside, with a fixed chance of, you know, containing an item of any given rarity. I cannot afford... Wow, I don't have any money. What? I thought... I wasn't even paying attention. I thought I must have accumulated some money at this point. I guess I have been attacking these big guys without really killing any of them. Yeah, anyway, so the keys, yeah. So that's how they used to work, right? And you would just use them up, or most of the time not use them up because you wouldn't even find the lockbox in the first place. Then they made them more visible, and you know, it was nice. It was okay. It was an extra item, basically. You'd pick up the key randomly to then later potentially turn into a better item, into an actually useful item that could be of higher rarity. So, you know, technically, if you found the boxes, it was not useless. But also, you know, many people found it somewhat undesirable, I guess, and I can see why. You know, it's obviously usually better to just straight up get an item that actually does something for you without having to rely on later finding a more or less difficult to find lockbox to then get another random item in exchange for it, right? Even though it could technically be a tier 3 then, or at the very least tier 2. But yeah, they then changed it, of course, and that's the part that I forgot. The new key functionality is that you get that you keep the key, and stacking it up increases the rarity for the boxes that are still hidden on the stages, but the keys don't get used up. So you will just get progressively better chances at getting better items from those boxes, which I have actually not seen at all. I have not spotted a single one ever since I resumed playing with the add-on. So yeah, not really sure. I mean, maybe I just forgot what to look out for. That's probably what it is. I've also not really had a ton of keys. You know, haven't had keys on a lot of occasions, so that's also part of the problem. But yeah, with the corrupted version, though. Thanks for the bears. Or the bear. Yeah, with the corrupted version, it's basically back to the original functionality, where there is one encrusted cache, and I have found one of those. They are kind of, you know, they kind of stick out, if you know what to look out for, and depending on the stage, I guess. On this stage, it would be extremely obvious, I assume, because unless its color scheme is dependent on the stage it's on. But the one that I did find so far was, you know, very obviously corrupted-looking dark thing that would, you know, definitely stick out like a sore thumb. And this brightly colored landscape. And yeah, the corrupted keys do get used up. And the more you have at the time of opening, I think. Yeah, I think you lose your entire stack. And the more you have at the time of opening, the better your odds are of getting something good. Is that... was it... a void... oh, and it's always void items. Yeah, but... a void item... I think just means that it's like one of those collapsing void bubbles, void spheres, I don't know. Or that you cause to collapse into one of 3 items. So it gives you a choice of items. Which is also nice, of course. In fact, it's extremely good. Huh? No thingies spawned? Well, I just got a band, so Singularity Band. High damage hits also create unstable black holes, recharges over time. Yes. I've had this before, I'm not sure if on camera. I've not had a chance to play around with it much. And apparently... okay, well, there we saw it in action. Apparently the definition of high damage hit is any attack that deals at least 400% base damage. So I guess Glaive should probably qualify. Even just a crit might qualify. I'm so tempted to go for some attack speed here, but well, I guess it's okay to lose out on that. Didn't even pay attention to what I lost for the second one. Oh no, that's not a good trade-off. It's probably one of the worst items to lose. Stun grenade is fine. Movement speed, less fine. Okay. More movement speed lost. Come on. Armor plating is also good. I mean, I'm not sure what I would comfortably want to lose here. Let's go for one more. Crowbar. Yeah, I guess. 8 syringes. I mean, it's a nice amount of extra attack speed. Also, where the heck is the teleporter? It's over there. Right there. Apparently I've been very close to it, because... yeah, definitely been here. I just wasn't really actively looking for it at the time. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's just... I don't know. It seems like I'm just teleporting a lot farther than I'm expecting to every single time. It's just how it is. There, spawn my thingy. I'll make use of the extra rain of arrows, like so. The attack speed is nice. It could always be more, but you know, it's fine. Okay, where's the other Beetle Queen? Down here. Gummy Huntress is still around, doing things, I guess. But it does seem like she's actually despawns after a while. So I've not actually seen her get damaged. And she still just disappears after a while. Which is unfortunate, but I guess makes sense. It's probably relatively powerful, I don't know. It's hard to pay attention to how much damage it deals. The item does have a relatively long cooldown though. 100 seconds I believe, so... yeah, it better be good. Should be using this a lot more, but you know. Okay, come on. Gorstome. More money. I think we're kind of past the point where money is an issue. I'm not sure if I should look around for items a lot longer. I have not been in the cave system, so maybe that's worth it. Worth a look. Oh, I also don't know if I've ever been down here on this ledge. Oh, not that there seems to be anything here. What's the point? Why is this ledge here? I mean, it's nice that they provide a way back up, but... curious. Oh. Anyway. It's a scrapper. Well, could have made some use of that. In fact, let's see. Do I want to lose any of my tier 1s? I mean, honestly, yeah, let's get rid of these. I do want to keep the movement speed, the burning, attack speed, of course, the armor plating as well, even though one by itself doesn't do that much, but still. Of course, now I have to find that printer again. Okay, this is where I came in. Let's see. That leads back out immediately. And this is just a winding tunnel that eventually also just leads back outside. Yeah, okay. Actually works again. And here it is. Wow, perfect. Almost as if I actually remembered where to go, which I definitely did not. Okay, 10 syringes. Not bad. 31 minutes in, 32 minutes almost. For stage 3. Yeah. Definitely not a good average time per stage. But I mean, so far we're doing fine. I guess the ultimate test would be if we now get the whatchamacallit? Distant Roost? Is that what it's called? The one with the... No, what am I thinking of? Distant Roost, I think, is a place, but I don't know if it's the one that I'm thinking of. I don't think it is, actually. Let's see here. Siren's Call, thank you. That's the one. Yeah, the one with the optional boss, right? I mean, we saw how that went last time. AKA not that well. But, I don't know, maybe my damage is much better now? Kinda hard to say. It's certainly killing normal enemies at a decent pace. Where's the worm? Worm? Ooh, what? Oh, hi. Hello, Murian. Not nice to see you here. Yikes, okay. Not a problem. Oh, the worm is not actually very damaged at all. Thought I have been hitting it a bit more than that. Maybe it got healed by that elite. I don't know. Enemy Hunter's still around, taking some damage. Okay, the worm is actually close to death now. That thing is just not dying. Just get out of here. Maybe my damage is not that great. I don't know if I really want to potentially spend 10 minutes awkwardly whittling down the health of that ally worship unit. Okay, got another corrupted band. Nice, nice. Oh, what's that? I suppose that was an egg or a nest. Probably don't necessarily want to trigger that, to be honest. Maybe that gives me a chance to remind myself whether it's actually possible to trigger that event after the teleporter is done, because I'm planning to activate the teleporter first this time. Oh hey, sure, yeah, I'll take that. Don't mind if I do. I'll also take this. Another corrupted key, huh? Well, there should actually be a corrupted cache to be found here, so... Yeah? What is this? Missile drone. Yeah, sure. We do have extra money, so... should be no problem. I mean, it's never a problem. If you can't afford every single item on the stage, so what? I kinda, now that I remembered that that's a thing, kinda want to look around for that corrupted cache, see if I can find it. Not really sure if it's worth spending extra time just looking for that, but I don't know, kinda want to. Boss damage, eh. Why don't we make the boss stronger instead? There's something? Wait. Is that, have I not found the scanner for the stage yet? Actually, I might not have. Huh. I don't think these spawn anymore after you've already unlocked it, so I guess I must not have had that. So that's great. I actually did get the did get two more environment logs for new areas off camera. I did get the sulfur pools, although that might have been on camera. I don't know. I did get the one for that new starting area, the snowy valley. Wait, do we have enough for this? We might actually. Well, we probably do now. We didn't. We do now. Okay, sure. Actually, if I spend more time running around looking for stuff, there's also an increasing risk of accidentally triggering that worship unit. Might not want to do that. Are you some sort of drone? Maybe healing? Can't tell. Wait. Missile? Okay. Not bad. I don't know. I don't need to, but I'm gonna buy this chest here. Right now. Okay. Possibly worth it. A good item. And now we're gonna hit this and see how that goes. I'm expecting pretty well, but we'll see. Solus control unit, well. These are... I don't know what I'm trying to do here. This is not hitting them at all. Unless it does? I don't know if that one... Against the wall. Holy crap. Might actually be working. Oh god, no double jumps, please. Okay. Of course, having a bunch of these, well, I suppose two, probably, is kind of scary. Definitely a lot scarier than just having one. That's, I mean, you know, about twice as scary, I would say. Give or take. Also, they're not moving very fast, but, oh, okay, it's actually at least 3 of them. Interesting. 4, okay, cool. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, don't stop sprinting. Why would you do that? Okay. Of course, Huntress is not the best character against these, because, you know, she cannot attack them from a large distance. In other words, you have to get kind of close. You might even say dangerously close, in order to be able to damage them at all. Unless you do it indirectly via, you know, blowing up smaller enemies around them. Which, thankfully, I mean, I'm sure thankfully is the right word, but they do provide an ample supply of smaller enemies to blow up. Could you stop lasering? Wow. We have so many of them that they're literally never not gonna be lasering me. Wow. And blowing them up down here is nice and dandy, but unfortunately that does not... Oh god, that does not affect the enemies at all. What are you doing? Why am I so slow? See, these things... I should have... I don't know. I guess I could have saved myself by teleporting away. Holy crap, though. Wow. I was not expecting that kind of damage, too. Also, I was still thinking about why I got slowed down so much before. Was that from getting hit by those? I mean, I think they leave some sort of damage over time effect on you. Like acid or something, I guess. But I don't know if I ever noticed them slowing you down as well. Or maybe I was hit by a cold elite or something. I don't know, something like that. It definitely seemed like I was wondering if I had actually stopped sprinting it for a while. But then I think I definitely was still sprinting, as it just, you know, was just extremely slow. Yeah, unfortunate. Well, that's how things go sometimes. Still fun. I mean, Huntress is still fun. Yeah, having that limitation on her attack range, actually. It's more limiting than I seem to remember. And definitely in certain situations it can force you into, you know, into a dangerously close range. And she is very squishy. So that's obviously the big trade-off there. But I also feel like I could have won that one with a slightly different loadout for sure. My damage could have been better. I could have, you know, could have had a double jump. It's always the same. I know. I'm a broken record, but the double jump just makes all the difference. Just a single one. To the point where I kind of wonder if it wouldn't be a good idea to give every character a single double jump by default. Because it's just so crucial, I think. Even just on normal difficulty, not having that, and some runs you just don't get it for, you know, possibly ever. I mean, we've seen that last episode, right, where I made it all the way to the final stage, never seeing a single Hopoo feather. It just happens. And yeah, that just cripples you so much. Of course, on the other hand, not giving a free double jump right away makes actually finding that item so much more rewarding. So it's a fine balance, but I kind of gravitate towards thinking that having one double jump by default would actually make the game more enjoyable, more consistent, but in a good way. I mean, again, absolute randomness, absolute chaos is kind of the essence of this game, and I absolutely enjoy that part. Enjoy, you know, that different runs can just go so vastly differently in interesting ways. But it just never feels good not to get screwed by not getting the double jump. So yeah, I think I personally would be happy with that change, but I'm not seeing that ever happening. And I'm sure there's probably a mod that does just that just gives you one Hopoo feather by default for every new run. And if there's not a mod that does that specifically, there are definitely ways to do that. To you know, mods that allow you to set up specific loadouts and all that. And I don't know, maybe I'll maybe look into it. Maybe I'll actually look into it. I mean, I just only thought about that possibly now for the first time, but the more I think about it, I mean, I don't think it would break the game. It wouldn't make it more even and would increase your odds of having a decent run instead of having to rely on that one crucial, huge RNG factor, right? I mean, basically, you could just, if you wanted to, if your goal was to have the highest win rate possible, you know, to just win most runs that you play, you would just play the first stage, and if you don't get Hopoo feather, you just reset. Which I suppose doesn't work with a win every run, but you know what I mean. So play the first stage. If you don't get Hopoo feather, at least, or I would consider it so crucial as to do that, for example, just theoretically speaking. And if I don't get it, I would just start over until I get a Hopoo feather on stage 1, so I have that for the rest of the run, right? That's the idea. And before I do that, I'd rather just guarantee that I always have one and save myself the trouble and the time and the, you know, just the annoyance of not getting it a dozen times in a row. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll play around with that. Anyway, add 1 + 1 stack, +1 per stack charge of your special skill. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I think in most cases I would still prefer more charges for my equipment, right? But I don't know, I guess it depends. Spawn a gummy clone that has 700% damage and 700% health. Okay. Like 700 of whatever your current values are? That's a lot. I certainly haven't noticed it deal like tremendous damage, but I guess I don't know. I have also not been paying attention to whether it uses your abilities or just attacks with your default attack or things like that. I mean, I don't know. I guess the AI is never going to be as efficient as the player themselves. So having that huge damage buff sounds good on paper, but in practice it probably still doesn't really deal all that much damage. But it sounds like at least it has a lot of health. So yeah, but expires in only 30 seconds, unfortunately. Where is it? Oh, hey, Siren's Call. Yeah, I definitely never got that. I mean, again, the scanner doesn't show up if you already have it, so should not have doubted it for a second. Nice. Very nice. Anyway, okay, that should be that. bit of a shorter run this time, I guess, but again, an interesting one, and, you know, it was definitely fun for me, despite, you know, losing the way I did. But fun to be playing as Huntress again. I'm definitely going to do that more. Possibly on camera, we'll see. Not really sure. I mean, I still would like to get that, would like to reach that planetarium and see that for the first time on camera, if at all possible, but yeah. Obviously, the stars have to align for that, so we'll see when and if and when that happens. For the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.